You got book operations, you have a printing press operations, and you're also getting ready. I looked at, she did an excellent video on airing your dirty laundry. Now, you know what that might mean.
Well, I don't know. I'm going to shut up and let her tell us what it means.
Okay, go ahead, Delores. Tell us, Sister Thornton. Do I need to give Doctor?
No, okay. That's great. That's great. Thank you so very much for having me on the show today. And I actually wrote a book a few years ago, a Christian fiction tale called Airing Dirty Linen. When people hear that title, they just have all sort of preconceived notions, but it is a Christian fiction tale. And the Lord just led me to turn it into a film, to a movie. Territory I had never been in before. I have been a publisher and an author since 1996. I have 7 books, 4 plays. I do Black voices from the past skits throughout the year. But this was my first foray into movies. And I was just really blessed. I assembled an all-star cast, all local. None of them had ever acted before. I had never directed a film before, had no idea what I was doing, and it turned out to just be magical. I had the premiere last month out at Gospel After 5 Theater in Washington Square, and as you know, that is the city's only Black-owned theater. The only one in the city, probably the only one in the state. So it was a wonderful turnout. I had some awesome sponsors, CIC, Linda Lewis Everett, House of Beauty. So they put up the money to sponsor that because I had a no budget. This was a no budget film. You heard a low budget. This was no budget. I just stepped out there. So it was so nice. And so I decided I was going to give an appreciation program. And so that is what I was talking about today. I'm having an all-black affair at the Indiana Interchurch Center on January the 10th, on a Friday at 6 o'clock. And I'm going to honor those sponsors. And then I'm also going to I'm going to give awards to the best characters of the film. I submitted surveys to various people that came, and then on the internet to find out who you like best and why. So it will be like an Oscar presentation.
Okay.
So that's what's going to be going on there.
And Doctor, you can talk about it. You can say it.
I haven't said a word yet. I'm trying to figure out where this noise is coming from.
It's called smartphones.
Smartphones, yeah. The story of 4 cousins who basically lived together and managed the kind of new enterprise bed and breakfast, but they had a reputation that they hadn't been aware of some turbulent times prior to they getting this. So she's talking about how they were trying to clean up what had already been dirty 100 years before then. And it's interesting because I knew some of the people and their acting. And
so the first question then would be,
if somebody wants to get it, they can order it because it's about a 2-hour. It's a 2-hour movie.
So the movie is available for sale?
Yes, because actually, since it was my very first, and I used it sort of like a training thing to see if I could do it. So I promised them that it would be shown in a movie theater, and so that was the only movie theater that I took it to. And then everybody started calling me, texting me, emailing me, where would the next showing be?
Okay.
And what made it so difficult was trying to get another theater, then try to sell tickets because I couldn't be guaranteed that if I just put it in a theater, people would come. Because people didn't know about it and they didn't know me.
Right.
And so what I did, I even had relatives wanting to know, how can I see it? So I immediately had my videographer put it on DVD.
Okay.
And so now I'm out of the DVDs, waiting on him to produce more of those.
So if somebody wants to see this movie that we're talking about, do they call you?
Yes, they can call me. They can call me. And my number is area code 317-400-7907.
Say that again.
317-400-7907.
Okay. And so had you considered going back to where you showed it the first time, or?
I hadn't considered taking this movie back, but I am already in production on my next movie. And it's Item A. It's based on my very first novel, my debut novel from 1996.
Okay. Dr. Brown?
But we want to make sure some people get there this January the 10th.
Okay.
Yes.
So the now that's 42nd Street and Michigan Road.
Right.
And for folks that don't know specifically,
that's what cold weather does.
Where that is, 42nd and Michigan Road is the building right on the corner, across the street from Newfields, the new name for the museum. And so your appreciation event, is there a cost to that?
Yes, it is. It's $25 because it's a sit-down dinner. We're going to have a Slay the Runway with Beatrice Williams. She puts on style shows for the city, for the library, and other high-end events. And then we're going to have the actual awards to the sponsors, and then the presentations to the cast and crew. So
okay, now let me roll you back. So I'm going to get, the tickets are how much?
$25.
So for $25, I'm going to get a fashion show, an awards,
dinner.
and I get to eat.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so then that's so you didn't charge enough.
And it's an all black affair.
And I have to wear black.
Yes, and the cooks at my church, Greater Galilee Institutional Missionary Baptist Church, are fixing this dinner.
I ain't going there on that one, D. I'll leave it alone.
How many people are you set up for?
100.
Okay, so you're only going to have space for 100 people. So if you don't get there early, you don't get in at all.
Well, it's advanced, and so people need to contact me because I need to know how many people I'm cooking for and my seating arrangement. So I want people to contact me at the number I gave earlier for VIP passes.
Okay, then one last question. How long is your movie, and will it be shown at your event?
No, actually, I won't do a screening of the movie. I will have movies there, DVDs for people to purchase, and it is 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Had you thought about showing maybe 10 minutes of it just so they can see that it's legit and real?
Now, that's a thought.
And they can touch it?
That's a thought.
You know.
You better get him to host this whole thing. Be your host master.
Here's the deal. Some of us are visual.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times it's going to be easier to sell it if I can see it.
Well, see, the thing about it is, a lot of people that are coming, I have 22 members of my cast and crew. So I know they're coming, and their family, they're probably going to bring somebody in their family to see them get the award. All these people have already seen it. They all flooded out, Gospel After 5 Theater when it premiered. So that's what, and then Dr. Brown has seen it, so he can tell you all about it.
Okay.
It's interesting.
So we got a month for Dr. Brown to talk about it. All right.
See, some of the people I know and the roles they play, and I just chuckled. I said, But Delores, you also knowing your press. You have a press out of people who want to write books. Don't you do that too?
Yes. I'm actually getting ready to go to press now with a gentleman over the Black Chamber of Commerce of St. Louis. His name is Ira Folks, and he's written a book called From the Wheelchair to the White House. I'm in final draft on that and hope to submit it, to the presses by this coming Monday. And then I'm working with a 7-year-old here in the city that has a book out, and I'm working with him. So
and he happens to be AJB.
Okay.
We'll have her and him on. We'll have her and him on the show.
Well, I'm gonna ask two more quick questions.
Go ahead.
Your DVD for your movie. How much is the cost for that?
$10.
And when do you anticipate having more?
I will have more of those in 2 weeks.
Okay.
2 weeks from today.
So 2 weeks from today.
Yes.
And you can also get them at your event.
Right. Yeah, if you get them 2 weeks from today, it'll be just in time for holiday gift giving.
Okay, so that's what everybody gets for Christmas.
Yeah, to get back to us so we can push it.
And then as far as the book publishing, one of my friends had a saying a long time ago that if you want to hide something from a black person,
put it in writing.
Okay, so now you're doing books. So you're hiding a lot of stuff, or how does that work? Are people reading at all anymore?
People are really reading. I started in 1996, like I said earlier, and at that time there were no self-published authors in the city, and I self-published my books, so I started my own company, started my own enterprise, and then started putting out manuals explaining how to write books and how to publish them, how to market them, how to get them in the bookstores. And so I was bombarded all the time with how do you do it? How do I do this? How do I do that? Now I have found that people, like you said about being visual, people are into plays and movies. And so that's why I did this natural progression from books. I've had plays, like I said, for years. This is my very first film. And Indianapolis is fast becoming a mecca of the arts, especially for film. we plan to be the next Atlanta here.
Have
in
you
the
thought
city.
about a bookstore?
No, I never thought about opening up a bookstore. At one time, I did in
Amazon
early
controls
days,
that
but
too.
yeah, now I'm just entirely too busy because I'm a full-time minister as well. So between funerals and church services, and my writing.
Well, the reason why I asked, we did used to have a black-owned bookstore in the city of Indianapolis.
Major player.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
She did well.
Expressions, Donna Lucas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then when Donna moved downtown, she was having a little bit of trouble as far as keeping folks to come to her facility.
Right.
And then with gentrification, they came through and kind of bought everybody out, and so she's no longer in existence.
Right.
And so, like so many things in our community, again, we talk about all the time, every week on this show, now we have no black bookstore.
I know.
No black bank. No black grocery store, no black hair care product store. So we don't
have
have
House of
anything.
Beauty out there in Washington Square. She's one of my sponsors.
Okay, so that's
House of
fantastic.
Beauty
So we got
inside
one.
Washington Square. Yes.
We got one.
Black owned.
So the point is that I was just wondering, because
Yeah.
if you're doing books, then where would people be able to get books if they really start trying
How
to,
did they get in touch with you?
People can contact me at my website, DeloresThornton.org. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. People can just type in my name on Google, and they're going to get about 100 different matches. I'm not hard to find at all.
Okay, and one last thing, give us the number again.
317-400-7907.
And is that the number we call to get tickets for your
You
extravaganza
can call
in
that number
January?
to do anything you want to do at that number.
All right.
Okay, all righty. Okay, Dee, then now maybe you can also help Martin University, because I got here Dr. Heron and Lorraine, who represent Martin. I've got a call in for just